I have to start, uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। पाप कटे दुख मिटे लेत राम नाम, भव समुद्र सुखद नाव एक राम नाम, एक राम नाम। श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, जय राम राम राम। परम शांति सुख निधान नित्य राम नाम, निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम, एक राम नाम। राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। परम गोप्य परम इष्ट मंत्र राम नाम, संत हृदय सदा बसत एक राम नाम, एक राम नाम। राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, जय राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, जय राम राम राम। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Amma, you sing. Why nobody is singing?
Hari Om, uncle.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, uncle. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Why you people are not singing? You should be ready when you come.
Bhandari Baba, Shiva 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 Sai Baba. Bola Bhandari Baba, Shiva 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 Sai Baba. Anatha Rakshaka Dina Dayala Patita Pavana Sai Baba. Anatha Rakshaka Dina Dayala Patita Pavana Sai Baba. Bola Bhandari Baba, Shiva 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 Sai Baba. योगेश्वर साई मुरारी, योगेश्वर ये त्रिपुरारी, योगेश्वर साई मुरारी योगेश्वर ये त्रिपुरारी नित्यानंद ब्रह्मानंद प्रेमानंद साई बाबा नित्यानंद ब्रह्मानंद आत्मानंद साई बाबा भोला भंडारी बाबा शिव 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 साई बाबा अंते
Okay.
go for it.
Anybody else singing?
I will sing one more song.
Who?
Bindu.
Yeah, come quickly. Only 2 minutes there.
जनार्दना नंद बाला गोविंदा गोपाला जनार्दना नंद बाला गोविंदा गोपाला हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा गोपाला साई कृष्णा गोपाला जनार्दना नंद बाला गोविंदा गोपाला हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा गोपाला साई कृष्णा गोपाला जनार्दना नंद बाला गोविंदा गोपाला Thank you.
Yeah. One more small thing.
Yeah. चित्ता चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल चित्ता चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल चित्ता चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल चित्ता चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल चित्ता चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh. सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम Please put off your mics. Yeah. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. The entire world consists of something which is changeless and something which is changing. We are also like that. The existence, the consciousness, which by their nature is blissful, which is experienced in sleep, the real me, the subject, never changes. All the objects change. Objects include your body, your mind, your intellect, because you see them. Whatever is seen is not you. You are the seer. So this whole world is subject, object, cause, effect, etc., etc., etc. Here, the subject never changing, being blissful in its nature, you, which you experience in sleep when you're detached from the body, mind, and intellect. When you know that to be you, you all the time in that background only meet the world and the challenges. You know you are that blissful, eternal being. Therefore, even the world gives you experiences all the time challenging. You are not upset because they come and go. I have nothing to do with them. This is called Brahma Vidya. Vidya, knowledge, Brahma Vidya, greatest of knowledge, because that makes you understand you are God. This is got through some well-wisher telling you, therefore it's called Aptavakya. Somebody says there is a thing like this. You get that information. You would contemplate on that, that becomes your knowledge. You assimilate in the knowledge in you, that becomes wisdom. This is got through Sravana, listening, Manana, contemplating, Nididhyasana, meditation. This is for the highest type of students who don't need anything big. Somebody says they contemplate, they experience. But everybody is not of that standard. Can you leave them because they are not of that standard? Rishis do not leave anybody. They are so kind. So for everybody, they got schemes. If you cannot gain this knowledge, come on, prepare yourself to receive this knowledge. Prepare through selfless, dedicated activities. When you do karma without ego, for a greater cause of the totality, your existing psychological footprints called vasanas come out. And because there is no ego in that, no new vasanas are picked up. So the mind intellect equipment becomes subtler and subtler, purer and purer, and then they will be able to understand this. So for the lowest cadre, dedicated activity. Through that, you gain your living, plus mind is purified. Next cadre, they want little more extra joys. They do rituals. They do rituals. Some people want subtler joys. Who want to go to Swarga, Upasana, meditation. Some people say, yet these are all finite. I want the highest, but I am not the one who can straight get it through listening, knowledge. I need something in between. For them, rituals plus upasana. Rituals plus upasana will take them to the liberation gradually. That's called krama mukti. So, our Brihadaranyaka Upanishad deals with all these topics, but they warn you, these are all finite. Listen to these particular tips, very important in your life. All these methods of rituals, prayers, pujas, meditations, they are all necessary. They have a utility, but finite, limited. So our Upanishad says, why you want this? This process is very difficult. Rituals are not so easy. It's a difficult process, plus finite results. Process difficult, finite results. Why you want this? Straight away, why don't you try to listen to somebody, get the knowledge, contemplate and experience it? That is easier. At every stage, our Upanishad wants. They don't wait to exhaust their upasanas, various methods, and finally, last chapter, to tell you this is all useless. They don't do that. At every stage, they tell you, this is what you want, take it. Upasana, rituals, this is what you want, take it. But understand, there is something better than this. Why they say both? Because everybody is not ready for the ultimate. Uttamadhikari is jnana, madhyamadhikari is karma and upasana. Right? So, here, the topics of upasana are many. Since you are all Vedanta students, we will, through many things that are given to us only to know their limitations and utility, which we have no interest, we will not go into details. Our interest is in Brahma Vidya, knowledge. That starts from next week. So next week is the best topic coming. So those things we'll deal in detail. These things also we will touch. We will give you all details, but not go into the text in so many ways. Why? They are only told that they are limited. You should go beyond. Why should we know more about those things which are not necessary for us? Right? And why they give all these things which are not necessary for us? Because even when you want to reject, you should know what you are rejecting. You should know what you are rejecting. Do not reject the world. without knowing what you are rejecting. Chew the world and spit it out. Chew the world intellectually also, need not be physically, and spit it out. Go for the highest. So therefore, upasanas are taken in the beginning here, though the Upanishad has 3 sections. First 2 sections are Upadesha, called Upanishad, Shravana, Shruti. Next 2, Manana, Upapatti. Last 2, Upasana, Nididhyasana. But here in the first 2 sections also, some upasanas are taken only to explain the Upadesha or Shruti. Therefore, they start with that. What is Upasana, I told you last time, but I will tell you also again. Nitkrusta vastuni utkrusta darshanam. An insignificant object, you superimpose a high ideal. Like on stone, you invoke, this is Ganesha. Thereafter, it is no more a stone. It is Ganesha. I told you the national flag. 3 pieces of cloth. But it represents the nation. Your father's picture is only a paper, but you don't see a paper in that. This is called Upasana. And Upasana are also a few types. Shaili, stone. Darumayi, wood. Lauhi, metal. Lepya, anointed. Anointed, you do for Varalakshmi Vratam also, you try to anoint on that. Lakshmi. Lekhya, picture. Manomayi, mentally do upasana. Manimayi, through stones. The precious stones, you invoke the Lord in that. Manimayi. Pratima, Astavida. 8 types of idols to invoke. Out of them, the highest is Hiranyagarbha. I told you the first week, what is Hiranyagarbha? The Lord, when he wants to create, he taps his own resources, the various potential forms, and at that stage, when he wants to do it, he becomes Ishvara. Then when he starts through the form, he becomes Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is one who identifies with all the names and forms in the subtle form. They are not physical forms first in the beginning. Therefore, they are called mind. Hiranyagarbha identifies with the total mind and intellect. Then, out of them, he creates elements, fire, water, everything. And from them, from the froth of the water, he makes gross things. Through gross things, gross forms, identifying through them becomes Virat. One of the gross forms is you, the Jiva. These are all Brahman only. I told you on the first and second day. Today is third day. These are only Brahman. They differ through karma, name, through karma, name, and form. That's all the difference. There is no real difference. Water, a form, it's called, it's a name, wave. Another form, bubble. Another form, ocean. Name and form, and their actions also differ. But they're all, they don't have any real substance. Substance is only water. Rest are all superimpositions. Therefore, this world is nothing but Brahman with a name, form, and action. According to the name and form and action, he becomes Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, Virat, individual. Right? So, Hiranyagarbha is the highest to Upasana because that's the nearest to Brahman. Highest Upasana. What is Hiranyagarbha Upasana? Here, there are several ways of Hiranyagarbha. Our Brihadaranyaka first starts with Ashwamedha. Ashwamedha Yaga is very popular in those days. It was done by kings. But here, for our sake, Yajnavalkya says, the physical Ashwamedha Yaga is elaborate, only kings can do. And it involves also Himsa. Therefore, it says, you do it mentally, that's enough. Mentally, what do you do? Ashwa, horse, into that, bring the entire universe into that species. Mountains, rivers, trees, human beings, animals, all you bring into the Ashwa. Right? You meditate on that. Then what happens? You become what you meditate. You think of something, you become that because man is his mind. Mind is what it contemplates. When you go on thinking of that, you become that. Therefore, you meditate on Hiranyagarbha, you will become Hiranyagarbha. When you become Hiranyagarbha, what happens? You will discover, because it's all your mind. Hiranyagarbha, mind. You will discover this is all my mind. All the forms are also my mind. When he discovers the forms are also his mind, forms cease because he has now known their mind only. Mind will be there, but there is no mind without forms. Therefore, everything merges into consciousness. Hiranyagarbha himself merges into consciousness, becomes Brahman. This is called Hiranyagarbha Upasana. How you become Brahman. This is called Hiranyagarbha Upasana. You know, normally when you offer bali to gods, there are several things offered in the olden days, goats and all that, cows, horses, they used to offer. Today, because this is cruel, as age is developed, this is stopped, especially by Sri Shankaracharya. But when you invoke God in those murtis, prana pratishtha you do, there is life in that, they need food. So even now in temples, the bali of the animals are not given, but food is given 3 times in the temples also. You will see outside the temple, you know, the small stones in a lotus form. On that they put the food also. Inside also they give naivedya to gods. So all the other naivedyas in Ashwamedha, they are given to various gods, goats and all that also. But the horse itself is given to Hiranyagarbha himself and it merges in him. This is called Ashwamedha Yaga, mental Ashwamedha Yaga Upasana. Right? And this, what is this horse? What is this horse? Hiranyagarbha. What is Hiranyagarbha? Mind. What is mind? Objects. What are objects? Time and space. Nothing but that. All objects are nothing but time and space. Your science also says the same now. Everything is only time and space. So the horse itself is time and space. horse itself is time and space. Whole horse, the body is one year. The front is the dawn. The back is the dusk. Front is Uttarayana. Back is Dakshinayana. Therefore, the whole horse is nothing but time. Okay, time and space. Why did you choose them to be horse? Because they move, horse also moves. There is movement. Horse also moves. They take you to your goal. Horse also takes you to the goal. Hiranyagarbha will take you to the goal. And then this horse, it's okay. Let me read some original verse, because somebody said they are going to file a suit against me because I asked them to buy the book and I never used the book. So some words at least let me tell, so that they don't file a suit against me. Ushava Ashwasya Medhyasya Shiraha. Ashwasya of the horse, Medhyasya, which is going to be offered, to gods, Hiranyagarbha. Of its head is Usha. Usha means dawn. Dawn is its head. Suryaha Chaktuhu. Sun is its presiding deity. Eyes. Vataha Pranaha. Air is its prana. Vyatam Agnihi Vaishwanaraha. Its mouth is fire. Samvatsara Atma Ashwasya Medhyasya. Of this Ashwa, the whole body is 1 year. Whole body is 1 year. Devhu Prustam. The sky is the back. Antariksham Udaram. In between space is the stomach. Pruthivi Pajasyam. Its feet, its hoofs are the earth. Dishaha Parshvaha. Its sides of the various directions. Why all this given? Only to know, for you to know, the horse is nothing but time. Front dawn, back dusk, whole body is 1 year. Right? For you to know, all Hiranyagarbha is nothing but time. And then what he says, in its front, yeah, Ashram Mahimana Vibetaha Sambhabhuvatahu Hayo Bhutva. See, the Mahimana is Pura Anta Mahimana Jayata Tasya Purve Samudrayonihi Ratrihi Yenam Pachan Mahimanam. The first Mahimana is the golden vessel, silver vessel, vessels. This Mahimana in the front is the golden vessel, Uttarayana. At the back is the silver vessel, that is Dakshinayana. Because that is time. Uttarayana ascending, 6 months ascending. Day is longer. Dakshinayana 6 months descending. Night is longer. Right? So this is all the universe, and the origin of the horse is the Samudra, waters. It's not merely physical waters, these are called the Prakriti, Moola Prakriti. Vishnu lies down on Palasamudra. That Palasamudra is called Moola Prakriti, potential world, universe, names and forms. It's the potential names and forms. So that is the origin of the horse. And this horse, how does it take you to your goal? It, according to the person, according to his ability, it assumes 4 different dimensions. Like we also have horse, mule, stallion. The same horse is called, it's called horse, it's called mule, it's called stallion. Different names. Here also he gives different names. Hayo bhutva devan avahate. As Haya, it takes the gods. Vaji, Gandharvan. Horse as Vaji takes the Gandharvas. Arva, Asuran. Horse as Arva takes the Asuran for the goal. Ashwa, Manushyan. As Ashwa, it takes human beings. It takes human beings. According to your own ability. According to your own ability, it takes you to that destination. Right? And now, broad outline is given, and it's Ashwamedha Yaga. So here, Hiranyagarbha is invoked in horse. Now next, Hiranyagarbha is invoked in fire. It says, Naivaiha Kinchana Agra Asit. There was nothing before. Mrutyuna eva idam avrtamasid. Entire thing was covered with death. What is death? Hiranyagarbha himself is death. It covers. What is covered? Self itself is covered. Undifferentiated names and forms are covered. Everything is covered by what? Death. What do you mean by that? Everything, when they start manifesting, becomes name, form, time, because limited, finite, therefore death. So the potential world universe, Brahman, is covered by the mind. Mind is nothing but that which projects duality, multiplicity, plurality, and therefore boundaries, therefore death. Can't understand. Why? When you sleep in the night, when you sleep in the night, do you have your world? You don't even know the next person who is sleeping by you, your own spouse also you don't know. Your body pains, nothing you know. Your problems you don't know. There is no body, there is no mind, there is no intellect, there is no wife. You are a king sleeping, you are not a king in the sleep. Beggar sleeping is not a beggar in the sleep. When does the king start? When does the beggar start? When does the husband-wife start? When you wake up. What is the difference between sleep and wake up? Your mind comes. Your mind brings all the plurality. All the plural. Your mind brings, therefore, divisions. Your mind, therefore, brings death. You are covered by your mind. The real being of you was what was in sleep. Now, when you wake up, the mind covers it. You forget all that I am that pure consciousness. The mind covers. That is death. That is death. Right? And death is there. Where death is there, finite is there. There is inadequacy. To fill the inadequacy, you need food. Therefore, this death itself is hunger. It says, Ashanaya, Ashanaya hi mrityuhu, Ashanaya, hunger. Tasmad no akuruta atmanvi syamiti. Because it has hunger, it wants to multiply, and therefore it tapped the mind from itself. It brought the whole mind. Hiranyagarbha, who was Brahman, brought the mind, because only through the mind creation is done. Up to now, most of the people must be sleeping because it's boring. But here is the tip for you to wake up. Whole creation is done by the mind. That means what? Your entire world, your entire problems are done by the mind. Therefore what? They are not real. They are not real. That's enough for you. I can close my class today. Because you have now understood the world itself is mind. Therefore, my problems, everything is mind. Normally, I try to solve problem with a solution. Each solution brings a new problem. But here, the problems are not solved. They are dissolved by making you know that they have no real substantial existence. They have no real substantial existence. So here, from Ashwa, Hiranyagarbha shifts, because Ashwa Yaga, main ingredient in Yaga is fire. In fire is invoked. That's Upasana. You go on invoking on different objects. And that fire itself is water, because fire and water are the same. From Mula Prakriti, Maya comes, and from that Akasha, Akashat Vayuhu, from Vayu comes Agni, from Agni comes water, from water comes earth. So Agni and water are the same. That's why when it is heat, you sweat, water comes out. Water comes out. Right? So both are same. And from the water that comes out, from the froth earth comes, from that grass forms are made. The whole thing, you don't have to understand details, you only understand the principles. That's enough. Basic principles, how the creation comes, it's all the mind. First as mind itself, then elements, different elements. Okay, I understood. Horse, Hiranyagarbha imagined in the horse, Hiranyagarbha imagined in the elements, fire and all that. Now, but all that are only concepts. Can't I have something positive for me to see, verify? Yes, your prana. Pranopasana. Your own prana is the Hiranyagarbha. How? Prana is not Vayu. There is a difference between Vayu and prana. Vayu is air. Swasa. Prana is that because of which you grasp things, you throw things. When you grasp things, stimuli, it's called prana. When you throw or respond, it's called apana. When you digest, it's called samana. When you distribute it to various parts of the body, it's called vyana. When you think, it's called udana. So one prana functionally differs as prana, apana, vyana, samana, udana. I don't know all this. You know, every day when you are doing Naivedya, pranaya swaha, apanaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, samanaya swaha, udanaya swaha. Right? You know all of them. And that is the coordinating, guiding factor in you, which coordinates the sense organs, which coordinates the organs of action, which coordinates the mind intellect, and therefore that is closest to God, because he is the one who runs through everything. Now pranopasana. What is pranopasana? He says, this prana divides itself into three, that we'll see later. It divides itself into three, that we shall see later. Now, there is something here we will see little later. No, I'll finish it off in 1 minute. The evolution is given from elements. After elements, gross Virat is born. That Virat becomes again three: fire, sun, air. And then he decided, okay, let me have company. So Hiranyagarbha gets Virat, and he was hungry. He wanted to eat what he produced, the grass form. Then he thought, if I eat this, it's over. So let me produce more. Not enough. So he started producing different species, right? Different species, and all production is done through meditation. Tapasa chiyate Brahma. Even in our life, anything that you produce is through thinking. So he produces that ashwa, and then that ashwa itself becomes fit for sacrifice. So that is the sequence of evolution from the basic principles to elements until the gross forms. Now this pranopasana. Dvayaha prajapatyaha. Prajapatya means sons of Prajapati. Two. Prajapati is who? Brahma. Two types or two different groups are the children of Prajapati. Who are they? Devaha, Asuraha. Gods and Asuras. The two are children of gods and Asuras. Oh, so Brahma was only two children. One are God, another is Asura. What about you? When you think something good, you are a Deva. When you are selfish, material thing, you are Asura. They are not outside. They are all your mind's creation. Therefore, it's called, because Hiranyagarbha is total mind. Mind's creation is Asura and Deva. Why mind's creation? We have said in the beginning itself, all creation is mind. All creation is mind. Deva, Asura also mind. Whenever mind is positive, evolving, it produces devas. Whenever mind is materialistic, it produces asuras. Pandavas and Kauravas, different families, is it? Same, one father only. From that only, the three came: Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sattva-guna Vidura, Rajoguna Pandu, Tamoguna Dhritarashtra. Kauravas and Pandavas are cousins from the same father. In you are both. When there is pull for matter, you are an Asura. When there is pull for spirit, you are a Deva. How does this help? You can know by your instinct. Oh, now I am devilish. Let me try to change. Let me try to change. You can understand your own behavior through your pulse and try to elevate yourself. Dvayava Prajapati, children of Prajapati, Deva Asuraha, two, Tataha Kaniyasa eva Devaha. Devas are only few in number, always the best are in less number. How many Nobel laureates are there? How many PhDs are there? Then how many postgraduates are there? How many graduates are there? How many plus twos are there? And how many elementary schools? As it grows, numbers become less. So Devas are few in number, Asuras are large in number. In us also, how many good thoughts are there? How many good thoughts are there? Once a week, 1 hour, let me go to Vedanta class. Few in number. Rest of the 24 into 6 and 20 plus 23, right, is Asura. Here also what? You are thinking of the when this will be over class, right? Lot of intelligent people. I always have this experience. It started with 60. Today I am having 35. When I finish the class, 10th class, there will be only 12. I know all that. I am not disappointed. Okay. Right? So, the higher ones are few in number and the asuras are larger in number. And now what did they do? He Deva Vuchuhu Hantaha Asuran Yajna Udgiyatena Atyayameti. Then they said, Devas to each other, see, these asuras will overtake us because they are large numbers. They will kill us. So let us get power by Vedic chanting Udgita. So they first said to walk. They said to first to tongue. Come on, you chant. And it started chanting, Tvam na udgayeti, tateti, tebhyo, vagudagayate, yo vachi, bhogastam, devebhyaha, agayate. Where there is something auspicious, that came to the senses. And by that time, they were chanting this. The Asuras knew through this chanting, they are going to overtake us. They came and struck them, means polluted them. What is polluted? What is this striking? You have a good decision. You have a good decision to come to the class. Your cousins or friends come there. Hey, what class? All boring. Come, let's go. Watch a movie. They have taken you there from here. That's called they come and attack you and you become a victim. And a few who don't become, they get the positive things and that becomes the devas. That goes to the devas. Others become the asuric qualities. Then prana, whatever you talk good is the Daivi Sampatti. Whatever you talk ill of others, gossip, everything is Asuri Sampatti. Similarly, Prana Uchuhu, they told to the nose, come on, you chant. And it started chanting, and then they attacked it, and there the good smell and all is Daivic, and the foul smell is Asuric. And then they told ice. And when ice was chanting Udgita, they tried to attack the ice. Who? Rakshasas, Asuras, attacked the ice, and the ice got polluted. Whatever good things they see is Daivi Sampatti. Whatever things that you should not see or seen is Asuri Sampatti. Similarly, the ears also, hearing, hear good things, hear things evil. What is good and what is evil? That which reminds you, takes you to your godhood is good. That which binds you, pulls you down is called evil. It's called evil, right? And then all these people got polluted. Now they all went and said, prana, you do it. Prana, I told you, is not air. Original prana is nose. Here, when it is used, it is the fivefold prana, which does all your physiological, mental activities. And then thus asuras tried to strike this prana, and they all crumbled like a clod of earth. Why? They could not succeed with prana. With other senses, they succeeded. Prana, they couldn't succeed. Why? Prana lives for others. Prana is the one who makes the eyes see, who makes the ears hear, who makes the tongue speak, who makes your hand move, who makes your legs move, who makes you think. It always serves others. Whatever serves others is immortal. Whatever goes through others is immortal. Whatever is ego-oriented, that's mortal. So this prana could not be corrupted. Then all these senses said, thank you. Then what he did is, this prana make them meditate on him as Hiranyagarbha. Through that meditation, they could discover eyes are not eyes, eyes are only holes. The real eye is the sun behind it, Deva. Ear is not ear, what you see. The real ear is the direction in the ear. Like that, from the gross senses, they have been elevated to the subtle devas behind the senses. Since gross are more prone to death, subtle are not that prone to death, this prana is called dur because it has taken them away from death. Dur. It has deposited all this death and all that in a particular place. That is pranopasana. That is pranopasana. And this prana is now edified. This is Brihaspati because it speaks through this thing. This is Samaveda. This is Angirasa. This is the essence of all the limbs. This prana is edified. That is pranopasana. Then comes the next one. The next one comes the Purusha Vida Upasana. That is the main thing. That is, you now moved from horse to the elements to prana. Now you invoke Virata in yourself. Everything is in you. Science says every cell in us is a hologram of the entire universe. Every cell in us is the hologram of the entire universe. Therefore, you are the master of the universes, and they're all in you. You don't know this. Now you invoke that Virata Purusha in you. That Virata Purusha in you, because it becomes more closer, and therefore the Upasana will be more effective. Upasana is more effective. So here, that Virata Purusha is, he first came as one Virata Purusha from earth, he become all the names and forms undifferentiated. Then they got differentiated into various things. How the multiplicity of the universe starts. That is the next, this thing, how it starts. Atma eva edamagra asit. In the beginning, there was only the self. So anvichya na anyad atma no pashyati. He doesn't see anything other than him. Saha aham asmi. I am alone there. Aham asmi. That's how aham came. First, he said aham. I alone am there. Aham is I am. And he says, what is this I am? Tataha aham nama babhavat tasmad api yataha tasmad api yetarhi mantritoho aham ayam iti agra uktva. I am this. First you say I am, then this. Anybody who introduces, how do they introduce? I am. That I am is common. Then is common. Ji? Anybody is having a doubt or something? There's some disturbance. Okay, yes, that I am is common. Aham. Aham is common. Right? All of us introduce aham. Because Virata Purusha first saw he alone is there. He said, I am alone there. Aham asmi. Therefore, that aham is I am. And you say, after you say, I am only, you say, this is me. Right? That's how you introduce. And then, you see the beautiful way of Upanishad. Because he is alone there, he got little insecure, afraid. Then he says, what is there to be afraid? Everything is me only. There's nothing other than me. Only if there is a second thing I have to be afraid. What is there to be afraid? Sa abravit tasmad ekaki viveti. When you are alone, you are afraid. I am iksha chakre yen mad yen yet mad anyat nasti. There is nothing other than me. Kasmat no viveti. Therefore, why should I fear? There is nothing other than me. First he got afraid because I was alone. Then he started thinking, I alone am there. If there is a second thing only, I should get afraid. Dvayat bhavati bhayam. If when you are alone, there is no fear. From the second only you get fear. Dvayat bhayati bhayam. So he became this thing, but through knowledge he said, I alone am there. But then, see the beautiful way the Upanishad says. He was alone and therefore he was afraid. And he discovered with second thing only I get insecurity. Why should I have fear? And then the mind, goes on tricking. He says, no. There is no second thing. You are bored. You should get a second thing. You should get an object. Enjoy. Right? Mind tricks him. We alone, he was the king. Then he said, okay, I am sovereign. The mind tricks. No, it's boring. You need a second thing. Then he starts creating. How does he create? Everything is mind only. From him, he has to bring out. He brought out some cloth, divided it. One became Prakriti, other became Purusha, man and woman. Right? Like peanut you break, you will see two halves. And in between is space. That same thing he says, space is needed for creation. Space only makes the division. Space only makes the division. Without space, there is no creation. So, like you split a peanut and you see two halves. Yeah. You see the two ups, in between is the space. Ardha ugalam. Artha, half peanut. So two half peanut, in between is space. Space only creates multiplicity. All this is said, how creation happens. First one, then you feel bored, you create another one. And then what? You chase that one, what you created, for you to get rid of boring. Then what that created does? Oh, I am going to be eaten. It runs off from you. Whatever you chase, that runs off from you. Right? So here, dramatically it is put. Sa, I am Iksham Chakre, Katam nu, Atmana eva, Janitva, Sambhavati, Hanta, Tiro, Asaneti. He created me. I am his child. I am his daughter. How he wants to unite with me? It's immoral. It started running. You know, in Bhagavatam also it says, Brahma created, he started running. Saraswati is his daughter. And so Sanat Kumar was also said, how can you run after your daughter? You created. That logic won't apply here. Because where there are you and me separate, running after daughter is, everything is my mind only, in my dream. I created in my dream myself, my wife. Where is immorality there? Everything is my mind. There are no two things. Out of my mind, I made the creation. If there are two different things, then the morality comes. It's all my mind. So he discovers, it's all my mind only, where there is no morality. So, Avet, Aham Vava Srustirasmi. I am alone the entire creation. Therefore, there is no immorality. Like that, creation develops, because when it runs in chasing, right? And it changes. Horse becomes goat, goat becomes cow, cow becomes elephant. Like that, it goes on changing. With each, he has a combination and produces that species. Why this is all said? For you to know how creation takes place. You run after things and you produce one after the other. You run after things, produce one after the other. First came a portable radio. Then came a big radio. Then came TV, portable, black and white. Then came color TV. Like that, your own desires make you discover one after the other. They produce, the world is multiplied. That's what Virat does. That's how the world multiplies. And what is this world? All my mind only. Up to now is the secondary theme, the main beautiful theme, and the Mahavakya, everything will come next class. Mahavakya, Aham Brahmasmi, all that the main thing will come next class. Hari Om. Om. Sahanavatu, Sahanavunatu, Sahrim Vavahe, Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavidushahe. Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
I think there are no questions, right? All right.
Yeah. No, someone has raised your hand. Yes, Venkateshji, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, Hemu uncle, and good evening to all. Hemuji, your screen is frozen. Are you able to hear me?
I think there's some network issue.
I have a feeling, yeah.
Even audio is not coming, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So if yours is the only question, do you want to just send it across? We can ask him to
Yeah,
respond,
I can
or
just put it out here. Everyone can hear it, and we can also send it on the group. First off, thank you so much for this. It's just very, very interesting. And um, oh, he dropped off. So my question was this: what I would have liked to ask Hemu uncle is, we have the book. We got this book, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and I should thank this. I should thank my wife for this, and I should thank Anupamaji here. She's her teacher, and that's how I got into this. But of course, I'm a very philosophical guy by nature, so it didn't take me much effort to be here. What I wanted Hemu uncle to do for us is, in this book there are 6 chapters. Could we request him to give an intuitive title to each chapter as per his understanding of the subject? What is it dealing with? And how do we think about it as we read it? Because otherwise it feels like we have to build the context as we read it. I think that would help me understand it and break it down. I hope it helps others too. So I'll also type this out on the group, and we'll convey it. So that's what I wanted to ask. Thank you so much.
no, that's nice. You put it out very well, actually. So we will, please do put it in the group. I'm sure he'll look into it and oblige.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll do that. Bye. Signing off. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
I have a question, Anupamaji. So in today's talk, I heard a lot mentioned about the prana and the different koshas of prana. So I would like to understand if one practices Kriya Yoga, which is nothing but the works of prana, then yeah, how would that benefit in us?
Ramaji, I think it will be right for him to answer. First of all, I don't think it was koshas. So if you don't mind, I'm not sure. He had some network issues.
Pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha.
Correct. I'm not, yeah, I thought you said kosha.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Please
actually,
put it in the group and we'll get.
What I meant was that sir should answer. If not now, maybe in the next class also I can answer. No, I can ask the question. No problem.
Maybe we'll answer in the group, or we will ask him to take extra time next week so that they all.
Yeah, because sometimes explaining everything on WhatsApp is tedious.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I prefer it to be explained in the class. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We can end, I guess, since Hemu uncle